Here are two decks you should be building in your Avatar: The Last Airbender pre-release. Today we're talking about blue-white flyers and green-white allies. This color combination is known as Bant, and these two different color types can go together and might have some overlap as well. Let's take a look at the cards you could be using in that deck, but first make sure you're following along and let me know if you're going to try this strategy at your pre-release this weekend. For the strategy of blue-white flyers, you're going to be focused on two different things. You're going to be focused on flying and tempo. You're going to be getting out creatures that might not have the biggest toughness, but they're going to be able to soar over the opponents with their flying ability. They also will care about the ability to attack and get value off of that ability. T.O. Spirited Glider right here is perfect because he says whenever one or more creatures you control with flying attack, draw a card, then discard a card. When you discard a non-land card this way, put a +1 counter on target creature you control. A similar card that would help out would be Sokka, Lateral Strategist, that says whenever Sokka and at least one of the creature attacks, draw a card. He doesn't have flying, but the vigilance helps, and he can be played both in an ally deck and in your flyers deck. Cards like Aang the Last Airbender help with that tempo ability as well, to slow your opponent down while you chip in that damage. Aang says when he enters, airbend up to one other target non-land permanent, and whenever you cast a lesson spell, Aang gains lifelink until end of turn as well. If we're casting lesson spells, Boomerang Basics is great because it returns target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. It can also be helpful to you to save a creature from removal that says if you control that permanent, you get to draw a card as well. Shifting into the green-white ally strategy, you can use stuff like Suki Kyoshi Warrior. She says her power is equal to the number of creatures you control, and whenever she attacks, create a 1/1 white ally creature token that's tapped and attacking. Notice the hybrid mana on cards. You can play these cards in either of these color decks. This isn't like Commander. Hybrid mana cares about just being able to pay it. You can play these cards in a white deck, a green deck, or just a green-blue deck if you want. As long as you're able to pay one of those colors, you're golden. Your ally strategy also really cares about going wide, so you're going to have stuff that buffs the other creatures, much like White Lotus reinforcements. Additionally, creatures that give you extra value, such as invasion reinforcements right here, this allows you to create a white ally creature token when it enters, which is also helpful if you choose to airbend it and then cast it again for 2 mana. In both of those strategies, be on the lookout for big, splashy rares that you have that will help out your strategy, such as Aang Swift Savior right here. He's got flash flying, and he gets to airbend creatures and spells. Let me know if you're going to try out one of those strategies, and make sure you're following along for the other descriptions of the other archetypes. Follow along for more. Cheers!